Democratic Congressman Alan Grayson is going for the triple crown of offensive behavior. His latest outburst may be his worst yet. First, he said that Republicans want sick people to die quickly. Then he called our healthcare system a holocaust. Now the Florida congressman scores again. We just learned that last month on a radio show, Congressman Grayson dropped this slur about Linda Robertson, an advisor at the Federal Reserve.
Here I am, the only member of Congress who actually worked as an economist. And this lobbyist, this K Street whore, is trying to teach me about economics.
At first, Congressman Grayson would not back off, but he has since apologized. He says in a statement, in part, "I did not intend to use a term that is often incorrectly seen as disrespectful of women. This characterization of Ms. Robertson made during a radio interview last month in the context of the debate over whether the Federal Reserve should be independently audited was inappropriate, and I apologize." As late as last night, President Obama, though, was praising the Florida congressman.
Three outstanding members of Congress from Florida who are here. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Kendrick Meeks, Alan Grayson, and it is my expectation that she will be the next governor of the great state of Florida. Alex Sink is in the house.
Joining us live is Rick Klein, author of the note at abcnews.com, and I'm not so sure that I would have advised the president to be praising Grayson. This is just even after The View went after him for having an all-male basketball team and playing sports. Grayson, what's with this guy?
You know, we're in a culture where you've got 435 members of Congress, and the way to be known and be the one who people are talking about is to say something outrageous. Now, Alan Grayson's got a track record of this. I mean, people knew even before he came to Congress, a bit of a loose cannon. You either like it or you don't, and this has certainly got into a lot of trouble over the last couple of weeks now. You
know, but I mean, look, the first time someone makes a mistake, I go, okay, you get a pass. Right. I mean, who hasn't said something stupid? I mean, I know I've pleaded guilty on occasion saying things, but this guy's now got 3 in a row. I mean, at what point does he sort of not get the message? I mean, at what point does he think maybe this isn't smart?
Well, it's telling that he apologized this time.
That was a lame apology. What did he say?
But the last time,
I'm sorry if it intended. What was it? He didn't intend us to say it or something. What
last time he says, I'm not going to apologize except to the dead people who haven't gotten health insurance. So this is, I think, progress on that scale. And you could see there was no one rushing to defend him. I challenge anyone to find a member of Congress who'd say this is a good thing, what he said.
Well, nobody defended him, but the president's praising him last night, calling him an outstanding member of Congress.
Yeah, careful what's fed into the teleprompter for you. This is kind of the staple language you use at fundraisers. You have to, the video clips they'll come back to.
Yeah, but if the president's paying enough attention to what's going on here on Fox News to tell us, you think he'd know enough about what's being said about some of the members of his own party and what they're saying?
I think this may have been before this last thing came to light. But I mean, it's clearly no one in the Democratic Party is going to condone what Congressman Grayson said. But you know, from Congressman Grayson's perspective, it's not a terrible thing to be saying these things in the sense that you get national attention, national money. All of a sudden, people know who Alan Grayson is, and they didn't know that a few weeks ago.
I suppose we should explain what K Street is, because what is K Street?
It's a nice street in downtown Washington. There's nothing wrong with it. I work only one block over. Yeah, bad traffic, but it's known to the home of the lobbyists. And when you say that someone is in the pocket of K Street, that they're really in the thrall of lobbyists. So that's what he was trying to say in this. So
I guess it's a little bit better. We should probably explain to people than saying like what used to be called a 14th Street whore, which is someone who walked the street. I think probably the reference he made is that she was for sale in terms of who she was representing as a lobbyist.
That's right.
So he wasn't trying to say that she's walking the streets.
And he's been after the Federal Reserve for some time, and there was a policy component to his critique of the Federal Reserve, but it was not an articulate way to express that.
So this doesn't hurt him.
Well, I think Republicans are targeting him. Look, he is going to be on the top of every GOP list, but they don't have a top-tier challenger yet. If and when they get that, then I think we'll be talking about it. It's a swing district. It could very well hurt him, but it does help his public profile at the same time.
You know, if he'd only said this and he apologized quickly, I mean, it took a month of pounding before he apologized, I wouldn't, it would not move me so much. It's just that it seems like he seems to enjoy it because he seems to be putting his foot in his mouth many times and getting attention.
Well, look, when he went onto the floor of the House and said that the Republicans want you to die quickly, he had it with
there it is, the chart.
So the chart was on the floor. That was premeditated. Clearly, he wanted to deliver that message, and he's since had fundraising appeals based on that. He has got a new website that's based on that same sentiment. So some of this is premeditated. Other things, not so much.
And I guess, in all fairness, we should point out the South Carolina congressman who had poor behavior calling out "you lied" to the president.
And Joe Wilson's a hero on that side.
Although he's what, a one-time offender. Has he done anything since? Is that his?
Not yet, but he hasn't.
Not yet. Not yet. right?
Yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, interesting. We will stay tuned. Anyway, Rick, nice to see you.
Thanks, Greta.